Mbroma zonja dhe zotëri, mirë se po takohemi në një transmetim tjetër këtu në Politiko në televizionin e gazetarëve në kanalin 10. Unë jam Kushtrim Sadiku dhe të jem bashkë me ju gjatë minutave në vazhdim. Personi që e kam ftuar sot për intervistë nuk flet për herë të parë. Nuk flet për herë të parë në Politiko, por sa herë që flet në Politiko e ngjall një emocion të jashtëzakonshëm në opinionin publik. Emri i tij është John Harrison, emri i njohur për mbar opinionin publik në Kosovë dhe jo vetëm. Pse është emër i njohur, natyrisht flet veprimtaria e tij. Ju bashkua ushtrisë qëllimtare të Kosovës në vitin 1999. Edhe atë duke participuar direkt në betejën ndër më të lavdishme të ushtrisë qëllimtare të Kosovës, betejën e Kosharës, natyrisht duke trajnuar vullnetarët, gjithë ata që ju bashkangjitën ushtrisë qëllimtare të Kosovës në një betejë të jashtëzakonshme, një betejë që vazhdon edhe sot të përflitet dhe të komentohet si epike. Shumë kush e quan ndër më vendimtarët duke e ditur rëndësinë strategjike që e ka patur në thyrjen e kufirit ndërmjet Shqipërisë dhe Kosovës. Vjen shpesh në Prishtinë dhe sa herë që vjen natyrisht shpalos kujtimet e tij, shpalos momentet e tij. Kësaj radhe është një veçanti. Marr parasysh se John Harrison nuk i them më vetëm ushtari britanik, ani pse ai britanik është, por sot mund t'i themi edhe kosovari më i ri. Marr parasysh se është pajisur me pasaportën kosovare, pasaportën që në ka shumë për zemre, dhe natyrisht që gjatë këtyre minutave do të kemi mundësi të flasim për gjëra gjatë, jo vetëm për atë se si e përjeton Kosharën nga kjo perspektive sotme, po si e ka përjetuar në vite më herët. John, welcome to Politico once again, and
Thank you very
it's
much.
always a pleasure. And it's always a pleasure. And I was telling the viewers that this is not your first time in the interview, but each time it's special because you have so many admirers here in Kosovo, and not only in Kosovo, for what you did during the war, during the time 99, and especially in Kosovo. So thank you once again for being here.
Thank you very much.
This is a special occasion, John, because you have recently received the citizenship of Kosovo, and I called it the newest Kosovar, John Harrison. What is your feeling?
I am overwhelmingly honored to finally be a Kosovar after so many years. It's a culmination of everything that I have ever done in my life. Even though the war ended 27 years ago, my heart has always remained with Kosovo. More than Croatia, I've got to admit, it's always been Kosovo I've come back to.
Why? Why is this special connection with Kosovo? You have been as well in Croatia, you have been related to the Bosnian War as well during the 90s, but Kosovo has a special place in your heart and also in your mind. Why is that connection?
I think in one respect it's because it was my last ever journey, or my last ever war, my last ever adventure in life. And in Croatia, everything was still there. At the beginning of the war, there was at the end of the war. And 10 years later, nothing really changed. In Kosovo, I've seen everything grow. Not only the buildings, not only the infrastructure, but the people. And that, to me, the fight of the people just really got to me, and I got wound up in it. And I want to carry on fighting for what we fought for, what we stood for, which was freedom.
And we gained freedom, and especially with your help as well, because you've been part of the Kosovo War. You have a street named by you, by your name, John Harrison, in prison. Now you have your ID. I don't know if you have it with yourself.
I've just actually passed it over to my wife.
Maybe someone can give the ID to show the public. I think now ex-president of Kosovo, did a great job by giving you the
it was a great honor that she actually signed
Vjosa
that for me.
Osmani, if I can say so. Tell us more about that.
Basically, we asked, would it be possible? We constructed a huge letter and we sent it over. And unfortunately, the secretary who was in charge of it left the office of the president. So we wrote again, and a young lady, Agnesa Vitia, actually picked up the realm and forced it through. And the email I got when actually was accepted, I was crying.
You were crying?
Yeah, I cried my eyes out. First thing I did was phone Layla, my wife, and I was jumping up and, well, not jumping, but bouncing up and down, and couldn't believe it. You know, it was just overwhelming emotions.
Let us invite your better half to the stage and to show the ID. Leila, të lutem, po na bashkangjit pak na ndihmo. T'ja jep Gjonit
Cheers, baby.
edhe të falenderoj edhe të përshëndesi kështu direkt me qeve. Faleminderit shumë. Edhe shumë respekt.
There it is. My ID card.
That was not planned.
That wasn't planned, no.
That wasn't planned, but for sure I thank Leila for that. So this is your ID, that's your name.
I have that, and I have my passport.
Yeah, you have your passport. Now, are you going to use your passport traveling abroad?
Every time I come to Kosovo, I'm going to produce my Kosovan passport.
Why?
It's Kosovo. I'm coming home.
This is your home?
This is my home now.
You feel like home?
Yeah. Even though I live in England, I hate it. My house is like a prison to me. Here I feel free, I feel relaxed. I sleep better, I just rest better.
Why is that special feeling? Is that the connection with the people? They know you. Of course, they have seen your story. They have seen our interview. That was 10 or 11 years. 11 years ago, an interview that did a great impact. An interview which was done in a different television, but made a big impact in your personal life and of course in the public eye.
Yeah, everybody recognizes me. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people recognize me, and it's very, very humbling. You know, it's it's humbling. I don't expect it.
What do people say to you usually when they meet you here in Pristina, or maybe in every year during the memorials in Koshare or Salicekais or Agim Ramadanis? What do they say to you?
First thing they say is thank you. And my reply is, look, it was my honor to be here. You know, it was a great honor to be allowed to come to Kosovo. Well, Albania at the time.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people were rejected for one reason or another. When we go to Koshare, it is just happiness all around, just meeting up with the old guys, them telling me stories, telling my wife stories about how I used to treat them. And it's just, everybody wants a selfie with me.
Yeah?
And that's strange. Because I'm just a guy from Hereford. I'm nobody special. To me, I'm nobody special. I'm just me, John Harrison, that's it.
But you're very special to Kosovars. So.
That's the point. To Kosovos, they see me as special. But I've never seen myself as special. And that's what the humbling part of it is.
Yeah. Speaking about you, John, and these days, how is your health? Because you had troubles years ago. And it's humanly to ask you and to see you, are you getting better?
I'm never going to get 100% better. I have an infection in my body. Been there 17 years now. It'll never go away. Every 6 weeks, I have to go to hospital for IV antibiotics. I have 10%, my kidneys work only 10% of what they should, which means I'm very, very close to dialysis. And I'm unable to walk now because I have no cartilage in my knees. So I'm basically confined to a wheelchair.
But hoping to be better, of course.
I would love to be better. I would love to be able to walk the streets of Pristina with my head held high again.
Why don't you come and live in Kosovo, John?
Because unfortunately, the health system is not up to speed to deal with all my problems. And I would love to be in Kosovo. I'd love to come and live with my wife.
Yeah?
You know, I would love to not cause her stress, be there for her, cook for her because she can't cook. But I would love to be here. But unfortunately, medical reasons mean I can't.
Yeah. You were part of memorial for Sali Čekaj, the hero, hero of Kosovo and the hero of Albania days ago.
Yeah.
Here in Pej, I guess it was,
No,
here
Pristina.
Or here in Pristina.
Yeah.
How was the memorial and
The memorial
how was
itself.
the meeting with the guys that you stood in front lines against the Serbian regime and the Serbian occupators?
The memorial itself was beautiful. There was two guys singing. Their voices were absolutely amazing. I didn't understand what they were singing, but the tone was amazing. The speeches were very, very emotional, especially from Sali Čekaj's son.
Yes.
That was very, very emotional. And after it all broke up, the amount of people that came up to shake my hand, one of the guys I actually trained, he was in the third group that we trained. He came up to me and said, "Do you remember me?" I said, "I'm very sorry, I don't." He said, "You made us jump out of the tractor in Babina and run all the way to Popeye. But not only that, you made us run around the tractor while it was moving." But yeah, that sounds like me.
Do you remember those guys?
Yes.
Do you remember those guys? Do you remember their names? This is you.
All the names.
This is you 27 years. 27 years ago.
Yeah,
You remember the names and the positions that they had during that time?
Some of them, yes. Because I wasn't used to the Albanian language, trying to learn people's names at the time was very, very difficult. But I do remember some of the faces. You know.
Can you